Hello and happy Black History Month. I'm Richland Franklin, an assistant superintendent in Richland School District 2, and I'm joined by my children, Morgan and Randy, and together we're going to make 2 seafood dishes in honor of Black History Month. The reason we chose to do seafood dishes is because when enslaved people were brought to America from Africa, they lived along the southeastern coast of the United States. And because they were on the coast, many of them relied on the land and the water for their food. And so today we're going to make crab cakes and baked shrimp. You ready? Here we go. All right, so we're going to start with the baked shrimp dish. And it's a very simple recipe. It requires butter, Italian seasoning, lemons, and then of course some shrimp. These shrimp are fresh shrimp. They're from somewhere along the coast of North Carolina that I bought like at a roadside market type thing. And so what happens is we're gonna slice the butter and place it onto the pan. The pan has already been covered with foil, and we'll allow that to melt in the oven for a little bit, and then we come back to do the other part of the recipe. So Randy's gonna go ahead and slice the butter, our model, like so, and you just paste it on the bottom of the pan and spread it out of the pan. All right, so what have we done so far for the baked shrimp?
Okay, so I cut up the butter and I put it on the pan and I melted it in the oven.
All right, so up next would be to take the lemons that have already been cut pretty thin. Actually, they kind of vary in size. And we would just lay those in the pan. I'll help just in that process. And then the shrimp goes on top of the lemons. Just lay the shrimp on top all the way around here. Last thing we'll do is sprinkle the shrimp with Italian seasoning. You don't have to use the whole package. One thing I've learned about preparing seafood is not to over season it, because then it loses its seafoody flavor. So you want just enough seasoning to bring out the flavor, but not so much seasoning that you drown the flavor of the seafood. I just kind of eyeball it. What you think, Randy? Is that good? Do you see any shrimp that may need some additional seasoning? Are we good? Okay. Awesome. All right, so then now we'll take this pan and place it in the oven at 350 for about 15 minutes, and then it's done. All right, so the shrimp is finished, and that's what it looks like coming out of the oven. And then just to make it look appealing, Randy is going to plate it on this plate. All right, so we have all the ingredients for the crab cakes in the bowl. We're just going to give it a gentle stir, more like a little toss, to get everything mixed together. I'll also add that for the breadcrumbs, today we chose to use Ritz crackers, just crumbled Ritz crackers to make the breadcrumbs. You can also use panko breadcrumbs, that works well. Also, either one is fine. So just give that a gentle stir. We bring over the skin. To cook these, just form them into balls and place them in a cast iron skillet. Bake it at 400 degrees for about 12 to 15 minutes. Okay, so we're ready to form these into balls. You will notice that we're using our hands a lot and like don't have on gloves. Please know that we thoroughly washed our hands and sanitized the countertops before we got started. One thing that you will learn in an African American household, cleanliness is next to godliness, and when you are preparing food, it is definitely an expectation that your kitchen is clean and that you use clean habits. So do know that our hands were thoroughly washed and our countertops were sanitized. If your kitchen isn't clean when you're cooking, your food already doesn't taste well. All right, so we're just gonna take those and form them into balls or little patties, and then place them in the pan. You wanna help? Because of the size of the patties is totally up to you. Just that a little bit flatter in the center so that you like that. Cooks evenly. I'll find a skimpy looking patty and add it to that one to make it a little fluffier. Our oven has already heated to 400 degrees, so we can just place the skillet into the oven and let it bake. And if you're wondering why a cast iron skillet, it's just one of those things that just makes the food taste better in my mind, I think. We use cast iron skillet for a variety of reasons in the African American community, baking as well as frying. Okay, so this is what the crab cake looks like out of the oven. And Morgan is going to plate those and then we'll be done.